we are not rare. But before you leave, you will perceive the lore will be unlocked. You might be stalked by a Sasquatch or a ghost witch, possibly even a ghost that will boast about knowing the Ohio grassman or even the Michigan dogman. Werewolves hunt, poltergeists are up front, but in these backwoods folklore is unlocked.
Welcome to Folklore Unlocked. I'm Austin, and like always, I'm joined by Ethan.
Yep, hello again, everyone.
And this week, we are taking a look at the Ina Jane Doe. And we're going to start off by taking a look at her real identity, which is Susan Lund. And she's, of course, what's known as the Ina Jane Doe and the Wayne Fitzgerall Jane Doe, since she was found in the Wayne Fitzgerall State Park near Ina, Illinois. And she was 25 at the time of her disappearance. And she disappeared from Clarksville, Tennessee on Christmas Eve in 1992 and is believed to have died around January 25th, 1993.
And the findings was that Susan's severed head was found in the Wayne Fitzgerall State Park near Rend Lake, Illinois. And what's weird was she lived 175 miles from Ina in Clarksville, Tennessee. So that's quite a long distance. And her head was found by two girls in the wooded area in the brush along the road in the state park. And it was found on January 27th of 1993.
Yeah, and I heard when they found her head, it's like her hair and stuff was caught in a bush, so it looked like it was like staticky because it was in the bush. And in the nearby area where her head was found, which was the only part of her body that was found, there was a, quote, primitive campsite that was around it. So possibly the suspect or whoever did it might have been living or camping in the state park.
In the investigation, police suspected her head was thrown out of a vehicle traveling the road, so possibly they might not have been camping there, but there is still the possibility. And there was no cause of death could be determined due to her head being the only part of her body found, and it was ruled a homicide.
Which, fair enough, it was ruled a homicide, because if it was the other word that YouTube doesn't really like, you'd expect that more of Susan's body would have been found than besides her head.
Yeah, you usually just don't find heads laying around, so...
And like we mentioned earlier, she was originally identified as a Jane Doe since there was DNA evidence that had caught up to what it is today. But we eventually learned her identity in March 2022 by Red Grave Research, which, of course, identified her as Susan Lund. And that's about as far as we've gone into this investigation. It's just knowing her identity, which could be a big break for the future. And on to our thoughts. Chances are, whoever did this crime, due to the fact that this seems a little odd just to be a one-off, continue to be a career criminal that specializes in chopping people heads off, got caught for an unrelated crime, or died themselves.
Yeah, either way, it's just terrible what happened to her. Who knows what she actually ended up going through before dying. But at least now her family has a little bit of closure, knowing that like what happened to her and that she didn't. Because I was reading reports and stuff like that about how the kids thought she might have she just left them, and I'm like, at least they have some sort of closure for that.
Yeah, and this just seems to have serial killer written all over it,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
And I was reading in a few newspaper reports, and apparently before she was found, just 2 weeks after, there were sightings of a missing woman in Hopkinsville, Kentucky, and they believed that it was her. And then, let me see, I think there was somewhere else. Let me see. Yeah, she was also apparently reported on Interstate 65 near Louisville several weeks before, looking thin, pale, and dressed in clothes she was wearing when she left home. So those aren't confirmed, but I mean, there's a possibility, I guess.
What is it with Hopkinsville and Louisville? We covered the Hopkinsville Goblins earlier, and we covered the Waverly Sanatorium that's located in Louisville. So here again, we've got previous episodes connecting to the current episode that I didn't realize.
They're just weird stuff that happens there, I guess.
Apparently, but I'm on the subscription that this is a serial killer that was probably wasn't caught, or if they were caught, it was for like a traffic ticket or something, or they just died, which pretty much are the three options for serial killers. You go unidentified like Jack the Ripper, you get caught for something minor like the son of Sam, or you just die and nobody, and you go just unidentified.
Either way, if they are still alive, hopefully they get caught. That's all I'm getting at.
Hopefully, yes. But I think that's all we've got for this week. Next week, we are doing another local crime from Ina and the Dardine family. We'll see you next week. Like, comment, subscribe if you're on YouTube. Drop us a follow and comment if you're on Spotify. And we'll see you next week.
Yep, bye everyone.
You might wake up beside Spearfinger with an extended visit from Jack the Ripper. But if you're lucky, it'll be an angel on that range hill of Louisiana. You might meet Mary LaVault or the Road at Folklore Unlocked, Austin and Ethan concoct their theory of the eerie and unexplained around the world, sometimes even the underworld. The lore is locked behind secrets, the folklore is meant to be unlocked. The Sokaloo is haunting NC as well as Tennessee. There are many giants that might be clients of the Dark Watchers, who might have psychokinesis. And the phantom time hypothesis is like a phoenix, coming back around again and again. Though is a strain on your brain if you've got more than two brain cells in you. Some believe McCartney's dead because they read into the Mandela effect, which is subject